I hate this lighting right now. Like right when I'm ready to film, the lighting like sucks so bad. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be telling you guys about my migraine experience. So for the few of you who are subscribed to this channel who are friends or who are just clicking on this video who are friends of mine, first of all, thank you for your support. Second of all, you guys know that I have chronic migraines and that this past week I had a really bad migraine. I was actually gonna film about it, but I had one for 24 hours and then I had one every single day this week. So that's why the thumbnail is gonna look a little bit different from the outfit, obviously, that I have on right now. And my hair looks different and everything. I'm actually home for Thanksgiving break, so this is coming out a little bit, or being filmed a little bit later than I thought it was gonna be. But anyway, let's just get on into the video. So I started getting my first migraine when I was 15. I have been getting headaches ever since I was a little kid, and I would get tension headaches. I cracked my head open in 5th grade and got headaches from that. And then when I was 15, I got my first migraine. I didn't really know what it was. I just really thought it was a really bad headache. And I was actually at a jump rope competition and I had an event, and I really didn't want to like sit that event out because I had worked all year to do it. It was my favorite event, and so I jumped it. But when I finished, I like really did not feel, I guess, right. Like I felt like really weird. My head was throbbing, like it felt like I had just been hit upside the head with a baseball bat. Like it hurt so bad. I wasn't really sensitive to light or anything. That came later, but having like ibuprofen did not work. So my mom like got me a Coke and I drank that, and the caffeine kind of like took it away. If I get them, like if I get a hold of them very quickly, they will go away. And I get migraines so often that I know how to function with them, but sometimes they get really, really bad. So I've only ever had a really bad migraine like the one I had last weekend 3 times in my life. So the first time, I thought I was having a stroke because I had a headache and it wouldn't go away. I took Excedrin like as needed and as it was prescribed, I guess, but it just wouldn't go away for like 4 days. And then I was very, very sensitive behind this eye. It kind of felt like something was like pulling at it, and it was very sensitive to light, very sensitive to sound, and I honestly didn't know what was happening. So I went to the emergency room. The doctor gave me some stronger medication and it was good after that, but that was the worst I've ever felt. And that was similar to this time around. I went to a basketball game with my friends. My head was throbbing. It had been hurting all day, but I had taken some medicine, but I guess I just didn't get to it quick enough. And the band was right beside us and they were playing, and there were all the lights and all the music and all the excitement, and I got so sick. My eye again was very sensitive. I had to drive home the next day. I had to wear sunglasses and drive in the far right lane of the interstate because that was too much. And I was in bed for 12 hours. So I had that migraine for 24 hours. And I was losing my vision, so I could really only see like this much. Like if I was talking to someone, I could really only see from like chin up. So that was really weird and kind of scary. I had to be driven back to my dorm. I was really anxious, so that's another thing. My migraines, like I will get really anxious to move because I hate throwing up. Like some people, like it makes them feel better to do that, but for me, I hate with a burning passion throwing up. So people were like, put something cold, and I thought like the cold would shock me and make me want to throw up. I didn't want to move, really didn't want to eat anything because I didn't think I could keep it down. Being on my phone was okay, but it had to be very, very, very dark, like all the way down low, but even that was kind of too bright for me sometimes, but I was just like super bored. Heat helped, but only for a little bit, and I didn't want to put it like right on the affected area, which was right here and behind my eye, so I like put it on the back of my neck, and that helped a little bit. Just laying down until it was better, but it did really last for a long time. And then afterwards, I'm still really sensitive to light and sound, and it feels like kind of a tightness up here. But that's usually all, or sometimes it was going down to my neck. I had knots all on my back, all on the back of my neck and everything like that. So it kind of like turned into a tension headache. Sometimes I will get tension headaches that turn into migraines, but yeah, that's pretty much it. What triggers me, honestly, like stress If I get startled, it will turn into a migraine. I don't know why, but oh my gosh, being startled really sets me off. Very harsh smells like perfumes, exhaust, not really foods, but just like weird odors. Like sometimes if like on the interstate, you know, trucks will like give off this weird odor, and like I'm always like, oh my gosh, am I getting a migraine now? I don't know. Really, those are my triggers. Lights like flashing, like repetitive, or if it hits just the right way, like a light that just like kind of like goes on and goes off like right across my face or something like that, I'll probably get one if I was looking at the right moment. And like I said, nothing really helps. I'm not prescribed anything. I really just take Excedrin, ibuprofen, drink caffeine, because I already take medicine for other things and I don't really want to be on medication. But if I get more migraines like this, like the one that had me out for 24 hours, then I probably will talk to a doctor or a neurologist about that. Oh, also another thing is the weather. So here I live in North Carolina, and it'll be hot one day, cold the next day, raining, snowing, whatever. So like that really messes with me. Like it makes me tired, sluggish, like just not in the mood to do anything. And it also will give me migraines. Like the barometric pressure in the atmosphere like really messes with me. It also causes me to have a lot of allergies. I have a very sensitive brain. And I've always been sensitive to like if I get too dizzy, if I smell something, I just have to be very careful because it causes so much anxiety. Everybody's different, but for me it causes a lot of anxiety because they hurt so bad and they're so crippling that like you really do not want to get one. Like it's definitely different than your average headache. So that's also what I want to talk about is like the stigma. So a lot of people just think that a migraine is a headache, but a migraine is like the worst headache that you've had in your life, probably times a million, plus sensitivity to light, sound, throwing up. They can put you in the emergency room. Usually headaches won't do that unless you've had a concussion or some kind of like really bad head injury. They only occur in one side of the brain, but migraines can also be combined with tension headaches and cluster headaches, but that usually doesn't happen to me. But yeah, so a tension headache is something that is caused by stress, and you'll just feel really tense. Like maybe your jaw will feel really tense, all throughout here will feel tense. You can get sinus headaches, which will be under here. Sometimes my migraine will go here and around my eye and then down my jaw. So a tension headache is usually if you're just a tense person, like your shoulders are tense, which I am very tense all the time. Maybe if you like clench your jaw a lot out of habit, that could cause you to have a headache. Like it's just built up tension, I guess. But a migraine, like you're just super sensitive to anything. Like I know the difference because I've had the other kinds of headaches to like know what's a migraine and what's not. Also, a lot of people can tell when they're going to get a migraine. So some people yawn a lot. That hasn't happened to me. For me, my warning sign is the eye. So like if I'm really sensitive to light, like my eye will kind of go like this, that's when I know that I'm getting a headache. Or if I kind of just feel kind of dizzy, even if I've like had enough to eat that day, then I know that I'm gonna get one. So yeah, I'm pretty aware. So I usually try to take medicine beforehand so that it can at least cut the pain a little bit or get rid of it altogether. If I do not get to it right away, it will put me out, like the one that was 24 hours. I've also heard of Botox for migraines. I watched someone's experience about that, and I will link her video down below. She's super nice, super cool, and she said that the Botox worked for her. I'm not sure. I don't really want to get Botox. I mean, I'm only 21, so I'm not entirely sure about that whole ordeal, but if I have to get that, then I definitely will consider it. I've also heard of like, you know, your usual medications. I've also heard of like peppermint for remedies, like putting it on your back or like rubbing it on your temples. A lot of essential oils do help with migraines. If you have caffeine and you're like going through a caffeine withdrawal, like make sure to get your caffeine so it doesn't turn into one of those, plus a migraine. Also massaging your feet. I hate feet, like ew, they're disgusting. But obviously like my own, I guess, are fine. And so my mom was like, why don't you just like massage your feet? Because apparently everybody has a place on their feet that like corresponds with their brain, and it's like a pressure point, and if you massage that, it'll help. And it did help relieve the pain a little bit. Some people say to put their hands and feet in cold water to shock you. Other people say warm water. Some people say take a shower, but if I have a migraine and I'm down for the count, I'm not taking a shower because I feel like I'm gonna pass out. So yeah, there's tons of remedies and prevention methods, but what I would do, since everybody is different, is just talk to your doctor or go to a neurologist so that you get the specific help that you need, because trying a bunch of remedies and having it not work is really no fun, and you don't want to do anything when you have a migraine. So trying remedies and them not working is annoying and frustrating, and just 10 times worse if you have a migraine. So yeah, that is my migraine experience. Knock on wood that I don't get another one anytime soon, but I mean, I get them all the time, so I'll probably get one in the next few days. But if you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below. If you have any questions about migraines that I didn't answer, or just headaches in general, please make sure to leave it in the comments down below. I hope that you found this helpful, and I hope it cleared up any questions that you have. I really just want people to know that a migraine is not a headache. It is everything but just a headache. It's even different down to like the foundation of what a headache is versus what a migraine is. Like, you can look that up on other YouTube sites. I was looking it up actually the last time I had a headache, and they're actually very different. Headaches and migraines are actually very different. If you know someone who has a migraine or has migraines all the time, and you don't, what I wouldn't tell that person is like, oh yeah, I've had a really bad headache too before. Like, it's not a really bad headache, and that actually can do more harm than good to that person to say that, because that means that you don't really understand what they're going through, and you're kind of like lessening their pain a little bit. What I would do is just kind of ask that person what you can do to help them the next time they do have a migraine, and what you can get them. And maybe just ask them about their experience so that you know how to help them if they feel like they're in the pre-migraine era, if they're getting an aura or something like that. So don't be afraid to ask questions. If you have questions for me, go ahead and ask. I'm an open book, and I don't mind you asking, but just make sure that you don't like over stigmatize migraines, because they can be very debilitating, as they are a chronic illness and they are classified as such. So make sure to subscribe, follow my social media, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.